Money is not just a piece of paper. Money is not just a number in a bank. Account that money is a mirror. It shows who you really are inside, how you think, what you fear, how you make decisions, and most dangerously, who is actually controlling you. Everyone wants money. Very few understand it. We give it names: success, freedom, security, status. But Niccolò Machiavelli did not see money through those words. For him, money was never the destination. Money was visible power, a weapon that could bend people without saying a word. It was clear: if you don't understand how money controls people, how it creates illusions, how it exposes truth, then you will remain a slave while believing you are free. The truth: people don't want money. They want the feeling money promises power. But Machiavelli knew something deeper. Power is not created by money. Money only reveals where power already existed. You've seen it. A man gets promoted and suddenly his voice becomes heavier. Someone receives sudden wealth and their attitude changes. A company gets funding and arrogance starts rising. People think money changed them. No, money exposed them. A coward acts powerful. A weak man hides behind titles. A clever man becomes generous when necessary. A fool spends loudly to look intelligent. Money does not build character. Money exposes character. That is the first Machiavellian rule. Money is not power. It exposes power. Don't chase money to feel strong. Chase discipline. Chase strategy. Chase credibility. If those are solid, money will follow. But if money becomes your foundation, you can be rich and still empty. And do you know the saddest sight in the world? Rich man who walks into a room and no one feels his presence. Machiavelli saw kings fall not because their treasure ran out, but because they believed gold made them invincible. Real power is when people adjust themselves before you even speak, not because of your bank balance, but because of your presence. Now comes the second rule. Wealth without mystery is weakness. The wealth everyone can see becomes danger, not protection. Today everyone is showing something: watches, cars, lifestyle, followers. A thing display equals power. But when you tell the world what you have, you'll also tell the world how you can be broken. What is visible gets measured. What is measured gets planned against. What is planned against is never safe. Real power lives in concealment. The Machiavellian mind hides its true strength. It allows the world to underestimate it because no one attacks what they think is small. The most dangerous person is the one whose strengths cannot be calculated. The loud fade quickly, the silent last longer, and here the game begins. Next rule: who is the real master, the earner or the controller? People think if they are earning, they are safe. If money comes every month, life is under control. Machiavelli called this the most dangerous illusion. Earning is not owning. If one phone call can stop your income, if one company, one platform, one government can freeze your flow, if your earnings depend on a boss, an algorithm or a trend, you are not rich, you are rented. You fear dependency more than poverty, because the one who feeds you can burn you. Ask yourself, can one call shake your lifestyle? If a platform shuts down, does your system collapse? If applause stops, does your identity fall? If yes, you are not building wealth. You are living in a golden cage. His solution was simple. Build structures that don't shake with noise. Create income that survives silence. Design systems that live without applause. When people depend on you, you don't need to threaten them. They adjust themselves. This is economic gravity. Now the fourth rule. Money is the truest test of loyalty. People say, I'm always with you. I'll never betray you. I trust you completely. Then money enters the room and truth appears. Give someone control over your income. Watch friendship turn into pressure. Let someone face temptation. Watch principles bend when you rise financially. And they don't. Your success becomes a mirror for their insecurity. They smile outside, compare inside. Machiavelli never trusted loyalty that only existed in weakness. He observed who felt comfortable when power entered the room. Because money doesn't change people, it reveals them. So, he tested people quietly. A small opportunity. Some resources not to help but to identify if they became arrogant, entitled, or attached. He created distance, strategic filtering. Not everyone deserves to sit near your fire. Next rule, the weak ask for money. The powerful control its direction. There are two types of people: those who chase money and those who understand everyone else is chasing it and build systems around that hunger. Weak people dream of being rich. Powerful people plan to become the source. Real authority is not in having money, it is in distributing it. Those who control distribution control direction. Don't just dream of higher salary. Think how you can become necessary, build skills. People cannot bypass great systems. People revolve around when you control access. The game flips. Next rule, let others chase rewards. You build the structure while people fight for promotions. Design the ladder while they argue over salary. And design the budget, they fight for pieces. You build the whole framework. Now another rule, Give comfort, then control the fear of losing it. People don't fight for money. They fear losing the lifestyle it gives. Shift the environment slightly. Reduce comfort quietly. Silence speaks louder than threats. Humans fear falling more than they desire rising. That is silent control. Another harsh truth Machiavelli understood: showy wealth does not bring respect. It attracts hunters when you display riches. Powerful minds do not admire, they calculate. How much does he really have? Where is he vulnerable? How easily can he be replaced? The more visible you are, the more measurable you become. And what is measurable can be broken. You don't need to look rich. You need to be precise, disciplined, unpredictable. Next rule: be powerful even without money. Most people attach their identity to their bank balance. When money shakes, their confidence shakes. That Machiavellian mind is different. It earns money, grows it, uses it, but it never becomes owned by it. If everything disappears tomorrow, it still stands, because power lives in strategy and discipline, not digits. Final rule: who controls the flow controls the frame. Power does not belong to the one who has money. It belongs to the one who decides where it goes. The one who sets the budget sets the priorities. The one who allocates resources sets the direction. People don't move by love, they move by necessity. When their stability depends on your decisions, your silence becomes pressure. Now the final layer, the dangerous one: never teach the entire system, show results, not mechanisms. The day someone understands your entire system, they no longer need you. Old dynasties preserve secrets, not just wealth. That is why their power lasted generations. When people trust your results more than their own understanding, you become identity, not just a source. And finally, let money exist, but never let it make noise. Rich people talk about money. Powerful people remain calm around it. They don't prove, they don't perform, they don't announce. They sign, they stand, they leave. Money becomes their servant, not their master. That is the real legacy Machiavelli leaves behind. Power does not shout. Power is felt. If this shook your thinking, if you understood that systems create power, not money, then support this message. Comment which of these 13 rules felt the most dangerous and true to you. Share it with those still chasing money blindly. And subscribe if you want to build silent power, not loud wealth.